I'm Chi-Chi Fling, and this is my husband, Adam Berenstein. We met during work and soon we married. This was my first marriage and his second. This beautiful blonde with a big red bow is his daughter, Justine Berenstein. She was a cheery, sassy, energetic, and happy-go-lucky 8th grade tomboy who used to love being a stepdaughter.
Wow, Miss Chi-Chi, you're such an amazing dancer. But that doesn't mean I'm any worse than you, though.
It's fine. I just love to play Just Dance with you.
Hey, you too. Having fun?
We most certainly are.
By the way, the shrimp Mayfun noodles you cooked for us are off the heezy.
I enjoyed it too.
Thanks, you too, and I also made Japanese custard as dessert too. What do you say we have that with some ice cream, huh?
Woohoo! My favorite!
I made the right choice by marrying you.
Adam wanted me to quit my job, so I have plenty of time to practice for them. As for Justine, it wasn't long before we became like best friends thanks to our shared love for video games, dancing, and fun. I indeed had an amazing time in our marriage. But little did I know, it'd all come to an abrupt end. It all started when I got pregnant. And my husband's and stepdaughter's behaviors literally did a 180. Whenever I try to interrogate Adam about why he goes home so late, he'll get pissed and give me a what for. And Miss Justine became a disrespectful, bratty, bossy, selfish, and foul-mouthed hothead.
Why the hell did you make me curry? I said I wanted roasted duck!
Sorry, but I thought you said you wanted chicken and shrimp curry.
I don't care what you thought, just shut up and remake dinner right now!
I used to think I was definitely the problem here. But I soon found out the real reason for their bad behavior.
Okay, Justy, the babies are far along enough, and termination off limits now, so it's perfect.
Great! We got us a servant! I'm finally free from chores! I've been longing for this breathless moment.
Just like I promised my little girl, a perfect servant. A lapdog, if you will.
She's a really talented cook and is obedient as a lamb, so this is gonna be a cinch. I hear her parents kicked the bucket, and also, you successfully made her quit. Looks like she has nowhere to run, ha ha ha.
I can't believe it. They just didn't like me at all. All they wanted was a servant to tend to their every whim and tickle their every demand. Say, Pally, I overheard you guys this morning. Is it true y'all only think of me as a free nanny?
Free nanny? What makes you think that? I married you because I love you, silly goose.
Yes, but you're acting all cold towards me lately, and as per your daughter, she turned into a rebellious monkey who throws the food that I cooked for her. What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you weren't what we thought you were. You were a good chef and a fabulous playmate to Justine, so we thought you would excel at house chores too. Unfortunately, the food you made isn't all that great anymore, and you don't know how to discipline Justine.
Come on, darling, I've been trying my best. I can't do chores like before right now because I'm carrying the twins.
Well, looks like someone has the gall to cast some dirty slurs about me, eh? Let me tell you something, Buster. You're not the only woman in the world who is pregnant, see? What a lame excuse to slack on your duties. Just admit you're an awful stepmom.
But
no buts. You need to work harder to seek my approval. Daddy pays for you, right? So be grateful.
Justy's right, you know. I didn't marry a grown-up pig, so that's the least you can do to put up with us.
As of that moment, their cruelty never shied away. Yes, it's too late to get rid of them now. But whether or not, I never want to do that to 2 lives God has given me. I obviously considered finding a new job and divorcing that tyrant. But I highly doubt anyone could hire me in my pregnant state. So I have no choice but to endure the hell. 4 months later. Oh my God, I'm going into labor. Can you take me to the hospital, Adam?
What? Obviously not. Can't you see I'm watching my favorite episode on Love Island? Find your own way to the hospital, why don't cha?
With that, I hailed a cab and went to the hospital alone. The doctors and nurses are very kind and supportive people, and thanks to them, I finally gave birth to a healthy boy named Nicholas and a girl named Francesca.
We knew that you can do it.
I tried to contact Adam about my successful delivery, but he refused to show up. But then, I got a disrespectful text message from Justine.
Hurry those cheeks up and come back home. Those dishes aren't gonna clean themselves, you know.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. They really did see me as their lapdog. Rockabye Frankie in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock.
Hey, you realize how hungry I am? If you can't cook or clean for us, then what use are you here?
Be patient for once, I'm trying to lull your stepsister to sleep. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come Frankie, cradle and all.
Oh my God! Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! See, this is why Dad's out with Linda and only comes home to sleep.
What was that? Who's Linda?
Whoops! Sorry. Forget I just said that.
Then Justin laughed at me with a smirk. Suddenly, it hit me. Adam started going out late during my 2nd month of pregnancy. And maybe he lied to me about spending the night at the office, sometimes in order to have an affair. Several months later. Hey honey, don't tell me you were cheating on me with Linda, were ya?
Yeah, that's right. And so what? By the way, where's my food? I'm hungry.
What the hell? I asked you a question about your dishonesty, and you're thinking about your stomach at a time like this. What a guy you are.
Well. And what you gonna do about it, babe? File for divorce? Okay then, I got the papers right here. You can sign it right now if you want. But just so you know, I already filled out my side in case you become rebellious towards me and Justine, or if I ever get bored of you just because. Of course, if you don't want that, it's best you buckle down and do exactly what we tell you to do like a good little lapdog.
Dear Lord, that man needs to get his head checked out by a doctor. I can't believe he's using divorce as a way to bully me even more. I was unemployed at the moment and still recovering, and they knew that perfectly well. Worst part was, once the babies were big enough to walk, they decided to target them too. When Justine happened to be alone with the twins.
The pair of you have been very naughty babies, so now it's time to take some castor oil as punishment.
Oh hell no. And just what do you think you're doing, young lady?
I should say the same to you, Cheech. How dare you get in the way of my angel's babysitting adventure? It's true that they have been just as annoying as you, so feeding them castor oil is definitely justified.
You guys are a pair of psychos, you know that? But one day...
Yo, Daddy-o, this Sharpie's busted. You got a new one?
It was working yesterday, so why don't you test it out here?
Justine, what the hell are you doing? I know this brat did not just write incompetent monkey on the back of my dress while I was knitting for Nick and Frankie. Worse still, Adam thought it was hilarious. Good Lord have mercy, what did I ever do to deserve this? Enough is enough. My life became so miserable right now, it's time for me to put myself out of my misery. Away from all the bullying from Adam and Justine. And the exhaustion of caring for the babies who cried their eyes out every day because of their father and stepsister's negativity. It was too much for a woman to take. I was about to jump off the balcony, but then...
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Yeah. Are you trying to end your life? Stop that already.
Someone save her, please.
If you're having a hard time, we're here for you. Just step away from the balcony right now, then we can talk.
Well, looks like the world isn't out to get me after all. Sometime later, the neighbors went in with the cops.
Ma'am, are you all right? I heard you've attempted to commit suicide.
Actually, no. My husband and stepdaughter were abusing me.
Abused you? What are you talking about?
I'm tired of holding back anymore, so I decided to tell everyone everything the pair has done to me and the twins. I'd never forgotten the dozens of times Justine fed Nick and Frankie castor oil before giving them their daily bedtime beatings and locking them in their room the next morning. You can hear them crying themselves to sleep right about now.
What? I'll go get them.
Sir, is this true?
Obviously not. Don't listen to her. The poor lady isn't getting enough sleep lately. It has been a year and a half since the babies were born. You know how it is.
We wanted to help out, but she would lose her temper, forbidding us to touch the babies. I guess there's nothing we can do about it.
We find it rather difficult to try to help Chi-Chi.
Oh really? If you said you didn't abuse her, then what did you write on the back of her dress? And what's with all those bruises all over her limbs and face?
Save it.
The sheriff glared at the pair.
I think I'd seen everything I needed to see. Adam and Justine Berenstein, I'm afraid you guys are under arrest.
No! Put me down, put me down, put me down! I'm too young for jail.
The neighbors introduced me to a support facility for single mothers. And I stayed there for a bit.
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
With the help of the facility, I can afford to sue the evil daddy-daughter pair and win by a landslide. As a result, Adam was sentenced 10 to 20 for jail time.
Why in Yako Warner's name did you have to marry that gremlin? Thanks to her, I have to suffer the social consequences.
Shut up, you spoiled baby. You said that you can easily control her. So you're not free from blame either.
Oh, duck off, you dim-witted old fool!
At least I have a beautiful new girlfriend to return to once I get out of jail. Linda, my darling roaring flame, have you stopped by to confess your love for me and maybe bust me out of jail?
Hell nah, man. I stopped by to tell you it's over between us. Thanks to you, I had to part with my precious savings in order to reimburse your wife and my rich ex-fiancé. You could have just kept your hands and flirtations to yourself. And now I have to go back to being a servant to my twin sister in her flat.
Pick up the pace, you brainless slowpoke.
This is all your fault. All of it. I hate you. We're done.
Wait, Linda, stop. No.
Word about my horrible marriage spread like wildfire, and Justine became the social pariah of both the neighborhood and her school. And as for Adam's part of the alimony, now that he's in jail, his parents had to step in and pay it for him. In return, Justine had to work as a junior employee at their convenience store to pay them back.
I hate you. And so does Dad. Have fun being alone for life.
I hate you guys more. And guess what? It sure beats being in the worst marriage I've ever had. Anyways, have fun being an unpaid servant for your grandparents. Bye. Oh, and one more thing. Saying that, I intentionally poured expired castor oil on the floor. Clean up on aisle, serves you right. Remember to treat other people how you want to be treated. Or you'll end up like Adam and Justine. One time when I was coming from an interview for my new job, I happened to spot my college roommate.
Hey, I heard about what you've been going through with your husband and stepdaughter. Well, this is your lucky day, 'cause there's always room in my mansion for you and your babies.
Camilla let me use her beautiful guest room next to hers. So we're basically neighbors now. I try my best to raise my daughter and son, and she's willing to help me as best as she can. Kamala has a soft spot for children, so she's always willing to look after Nick and Frankie, while I was bustin' my hump at my new job as a receptionist at a 5-star hotel that opened several weeks ago. I'm gonna work hard to support the children, and repay the people who helped me out of that crap hole of a marriage of mine one day.